This talk, we are going to talk about the health tech. Please welcome Ms. Catalina Isaza. Please, up to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me here. And to start, I want to invite you to close your eyes and imagine that you have a kid that needs a bone replacement because of a tumor, an accident, or a malformation. And that device must be changed over time because the child grows, but the implant doesn't. That means that the kid needs more than one surgery in life to be okay. But what if we just could have an implant similar to bones that we don't have to change ever? My name is Catalina Isaza, and I'm a co-founder of Innmetec. And at Innmetec, we improve the quality of life of people who need a bone solution, restoring not only the functionality, but also aesthetics through digital surgical planning and custom bone implants. As in the case of Selenis, an 8-year-old girl who suffered from a tumor that, apart from affect her physical health, significantly affect her appearance and mental health because her classmates bully her. She was scheduled for a 9-hour surgery with a standard implant that was going to restore her functionality, but not her facial symmetry. So therefore, it wasn't going to improve her self-confidence. Just as Selenis, 160 million people suffer from craniofacial malformation, in addition to 16 million people who suffer accidents every year that require reconstructive craniofacial surgery. And in orthopedics, these numbers are 3.5 times higher. Also, these cases are at ages where life expectancy is high and productive and social capacity are affected. And also, it happens in low and middle income countries, so access to personalized solution is difficult for them. At Innmetec, we propose a whole solution through a co-creation and personalized process with doctors and engineers to carry out virtual surgical planning, a planning before the surgery, and custom bone implants that fit perfectly on patients' anatomy. And for that, we use the patient's specific medical images like CT scans, and with that we reconstruct the anatomy and we use specific softwares and 3D printing and computer-aided manufacturing. And with this technology and solution will lead to better planned, shorter, and safer surgeries. As in the case of Selenis, in which we plan the surgery with cutting guides that remove this tumor, and in the same surgery, we put the implant. So we went from a 9-hour surgery to 4 hours, reducing surgical risk and saving to the system $2,000 just in OR time. But that's not all. In our journey with Innmetec, we identified that the custom bone implants are no longer a differentiator. On the contrary, they are the most used and recommended by doctors. And also, we found out that the ideal material for bone replacement didn't exist yet, because metals are so much harder and heavier than bones, and they get color hot so easy, affecting the patient. And polymers like PEEK, the gold standard in this moment for bone replacement, doesn't integrate with the bones, so their stability to time depends on plates and screws. For that reason, we developed a groundbreaking and unique compound that is changing lives. It's a compound of PEEK with hydroxyapatite, the main component of our bones, and we call it PEEK Plus. Thanks to its components, PEEK Plus can integrate with the bones, reducing the need of replacement in kids and improving the stabilization through time in adults. And we also can make custom bone implants with it that are not only going to restore that functionality and aesthetics, but also are going to improve the quality of life of people, reducing the number of surgeries due to the osseointegration. so the implants can last forever. And we also improved the radiological follow-up to detect possible complications, and we can replace metal screws and change them for absorbable ones that are going to disappear over time. Also, this material, their properties are more similar to bones, so we have a material with more advantages that we can sell at the same price as regular PEEK. So we have a unique material, but that is affordable. And at this moment, we protect this technology as a trade secret. And we also have ISO certifications to produce our implants. So far, we have successfully implemented that technology in more than 70 cases in Colombia. 18 of them were children. That means they didn't need another surgery to change the implant. And 2 of them were fixed with absorbable screws, so they don't have any metal in the body. As in the case of Selenis, the girl I just showed you, or Wheeler, another 3-year-old kid that we also implanted with PEEK Plast and fixed with absorbable screws in 2019. And we did a radiological follow-up through time where we confirmed that this material can adapt to patients' growth. So here you can see Wheeler before the surgery and 5 years after the surgery. We also can use this material in adults, also in orthopedics and aesthetic surgery, like this case that you watching there, in which the patient has a mandibular asymmetry and a deficiency in this zone over here. So we designed these 3 implants to fix that. So here you can see the patient before the surgery and after that. And at this moment, we are working on the development of the PEEK Plus, not as a final product like the implants that I just showed you, but as a raw material. So we ensure that companies worldwide can access to this material and can use it to produce bone implants so we can reach and help many more patients around the world. So to understand this technology better, a medical devices manufacturer company gets the PEEK Plus as rods or filament, and then they digitally design the implant and produce it by CNC machining or 3D printing. Then the doctors carry out the surgery, reducing time, risk, and cost if it is customized, and then they can do the radiological follow-up and see the osseointegration after around 8 months or a year. At Innmetec, we divide the market in 3 big vectors, the craniofacial and orthopedics, in which we have a great market size for bone implants, and the medical-grade PEEK that is having a massive growth, and will have a market size by 2027 of $935 million. We also have been growing in the market of craniofacial and orthopedic implants, where we have been growing in the last 4 years in Colombia. And this year, we start selling our portfolio in other Latin American countries like Costa Rica, Peru, or Guatemala. And our greater scale-up will be by selling our PEEK Plus around the world. And just for this business line, by the 3 years of sales, Innmetec, in the base case, envisages revenue of around $2 million plus an EBITDA of 1.4. We dream on help as much patients as possible with our material, leading them to recover their lives and those of their families. So we partnered with Latin American hospitals to provide free implants to those who doesn't have healthcare access. We also have sustainable manufacture process that reduce material and water waste, and the companies that use our material will reduce their carbon footprint also. And we are motivated to see our patients happy, and we would like to invite you to join us in our journey. And if you want to know more, you can visit innmetec.com, or we have time now for a couple of questions, so feel free to ask anything about the PEEK Plus, the virtual surgical planning, or the custom bone implants, or any possible further collaboration. Thank you so much.